love you everywhere. One kiss, you're falling in love. Are you up for this? Are you up for this? Too much is never too much. Can you handle this? Can you handle this? 3 nights in a row, I don't stop. Are you down for it? Are you down for it? You can do more than talking, baby. Is your love enough? Come on, make me believe it. Is your love enough? Can you keep me up all the way through the evening? Is your love enough? You pull me in and say you want me. I need to see how deep it goes. You whisper in my ear you love me. Is it enough? I wanna know. One kiss, you're falling in love. Are you up for this? Are you up for this? Too much is never too much. Can you handle this? Can you handle this? 3 nights in a row, I don't stop. Are you down for it? Are you down for it? You can do more than talking, baby. Is your love enough? Come on, baby, believe it. Is your love enough? Can you keep me up all the way through the evening? Is your love enough? Is your love enough? Na 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 na, yeah. Is your love enough? Na 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 na, yeah. Is your love enough? Na 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 na, yeah. Is your love enough? I want to know if you can handle all of me. I want to know if you can handle all of me. Is your love enough? Come on, make me believe it. Is your love enough? Can you keep me up all the way through the evening? Is your love enough? Is your love enough? Come on, make me believe it. Is your love enough? Is your love enough? Can you keep me up all the way through the evening? Is your love enough? Is your love enough? Is your love enough?
You're listening to Solihull Radio.
You are indeed. You're listening to Solihull Radio. The time is 10 minutes past 7 and you are listening to The Breakfast Show with Natalie. We do not have Laura this morning, unfortunately. Laura is too busy unpacking her new house and going to her new job. So best of luck for that for today, Laura. But she will be back next week at 7 till 9 a.m. But we do have loads of guests in for you this morning. Loads of amazing music. So make sure you do get your requests in. You can give me a call on 0121 7040 or text the studio on 82228. That is 82228 if you want to get in touch. We're loving a bit of Little Mix this morning, but next is Zara Larsson and Lush Life.
I live my day as if it was the last. Live my day as if there was no past. Doing it all night, all summer. Doing it the way I wanna. Yeah, I'ma dance my heart out till the dawn. But I won't be done when morning comes. Doing it all night, all summer. Gonna spend it like no other. It was a crush, but I couldn't get enough. It was a rush, but I gave it up. It was a crush. Now I might have wanna said too much, but
The Breakfast Show here on Solihull Radio this morning. That was Zara Larson with Lush Life. We have had a text in, and the text is from Rachel. Rachel, good morning. She's put, waking me up for the weekend. We are indeed. It's your unofficial weekend starter here on Solihull Radio. And Rachel has asked for anything by Years and Years. Of course, Rachel, we can do that for you straight away. If you want to get your request in, remember, do get in touch. Or if you want to just have a chat, email studio@solihullradio.com and have a chat. What are you up to this weekend? I did the park run last weekend, my first park run. It was difficult. I was at the back with everybody else, but I will be doing it tomorrow because it's such good fun. So will you be joining me at the park run in Bruton Park this Saturday? Let me know. But this is for you, Rachel. This is Years and Years.
It's like thunder and lightning. You heard me without trying. A temperature is rising. No, I don't like to be this way. And you're Jekyll and hiding. Are you real, are you lying? So stop with your crying. I can't handle it now. You tell everyone our love went cold. Going around spreading the word it's over. If that's how you feel, then you should go. Don't come around saying I still want you. 1 minute you say you're a team, then you're telling me you can't breathe. Well, you should set me free, baby, if you're over me. Yesterday you said I'm the one, but now you say you're done. Stop telling me what I need, baby, if you're over me. There you go, there I said it. Don't look at me all offended. You played games till it ended. I've got to look out for me. I won't say that it's easy. Oh, I know I hate leaving, but you can't keep deceiving. Does it make you feel good? You tell everyone our love went cold. Going around spreading the word it's over. If that's how you feel, then you should go. Don't come around saying I still want you. 1 minute you say we're a team, then you're telling me you can't breathe. Well, you should set me free, baby, if you're over me. Yesterday you said I'm the one, but now you say you're done. Stop telling me what I need, baby, if you're over me. If you're over me, if you're over me. Stop telling me what I need, baby, if you're over me. How long can the love remain? Time never could heal this pain. I thought I believed in fate. Oh, it's so cruel. No, nothing for us would change. Same story, the same mistake. This heart just had to break. Oh, 1 minute you say you're a team, then you're telling me you can't breathe. Well, you should set me free, baby, if you're over me. Yesterday you said I'm the one, but now you say you're done. Stop telling me what I need, baby, if you're over me. Just go, it's over. Just go, it's over. Just go, it's over. Baby, if you're over me. Just go, it's over. Just go, it's over. Just go, it's over. Baby, if you're over me. Simple, you diplo, your hips roll, you do the calypso. An intro is all that I need. Oh, yeah. Y empiezo primero, tú sabes lo que me refiero. De cero, sabes que estoy para ti. Oh, I just wanted to get some name. But if it's cool, I wanna get inside your brain. Can we get familiar? I'm feeling ya. What's on your mind for later tonight? Let me be the one to fill it up. Can we get familiar? I'm feeling ya. tonight. Let me be the one to fill it up. Come bring it. Familiar. I'm feeling you. What's on your mind for later tonight? Let me be the one to fill it up. Come bring it. Let me be the one to fill it up. Come bring it.
Quisiera que tú y yo nos familiaricemos, un poco de química y el party prendemos. Olvida la crítica si nos entendemos. ¿Qué tú crees si en tu mente no metemos, señorita? ¿Qué necesitas? Sería mucho mejor si participas. No sigas lejos, no, mejor cerquita. Yo voy a hacerte todo lo que me permita. Y sabes que lo que te pones te queda bien. Y me cae mucho mejor que un billete 100.
Come bring it. Familiar. I'm feeling you. What's on your mind for later tonight? Let me be the one to fill it up. Come bring it. Familiar. I'm feeling you. What's on your mind for later tonight? Let me be the one to fill it up. Come bring it.
You're listening to Solihull Radio.
You are listening to The Breakfast Show here at Solihull Radio, and we do have loads of guests in this morning, so you are treated to it. Coming up first is Steve from Barnet and Marshall. Good morning, Steve. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Yes, not too bad. You have been a guest on the show before.
Yes, previously a couple of weeks ago.
Yes, there were two of you though before.
There was, yes. It's just myself today.
Oh, it's just Steve today,
Yeah.
but no problem at all. Could you just give us a really quick overview about Barnet and Marshall? Tell us what it is, and then we're going to go to a song, and then we'll have a bit more of a chat about it.
Yep. What personal training does for your body, a life coach does for your mind.
Well, there we are then. So nice and simple.
Yep.
So it's life coaching.
It's like
essentially.
life coaching, and I don't really like to use the word life coaching. It's more like motivating your soul.
Motivating your soul. You've done this before, haven't you, Steve? You've done this before. So it's what personal training does for your body, and it's the motivation of the soul.
Yes.
So it's really treating mental health like physical health.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
So
And-
the brain is one of the biggest muscles in the body. Do you know what I mean? We use it for everything, but nobody, until
Some
recently...
people do. Some
Yes,
people, not
some
so much. Especially certain drivers out there.
Well,
but
yeah, we won't get into that. So just recently, the past 5 years, people have only started to see mental health as an actual issue. And now I think people more than ever want to try and prevention's better than cure. Mm-hmm. So let's try and fix something before it gets to a point where it's unfixable.
Yeah.
So just look after... People take vitamins, people go running, but nobody does any mind exercises. There is people out there, there's apps and things like that, but deep down inside there's issues with people. Everyone's got issues.
Yeah.
It's just about dealing with them and using them in your day-to-day life, not trying to cover them up.
And people don't know how to address it.
No.
Because you do know, I think a lot of people now know how to get physical health. Like,
Of
so
course.
even if it's simple as going out for a walk, you know,
Yeah.
getting up, being a little bit more active than you are normally,
Yeah.
and eating something green, not brown. That's
There
like,
you
you know, that's the essential.
That's the best analogy I've ever heard.
Don't take medical advice from me, people, or training advice, but that's essentially it, isn't it? So a
Yeah,
lot of
exactly.
people know how to get physically healthy, but not so much mentally healthy. Okay, well, we're going to go to Taylor Swift with Delicate, and we will be speaking to Steve from Barnet Marshall just after this.
They sing for the best. My reputation's never been worse, so you must like me for me. We can't make any promises now, can we, babe? But you can make me dream. Dive bar on the east side, where you at? Phone lights at my nightstand in the black. Come here, you can meet me in the back. Dark jeans and your Nikes, look at you. Oh damn, never seen that color blue. Just think of the fun things we could do. 'Cause I like it. Listen for the best. My reputation's never been worse, so you must all that? Is it chill that you're in my head? 'Cause I know that it's delicate. Is it cool that I said all that? Is it too soon to do this yet? 'Cause I know that it's delicate. Isn't it, isn't it, isn't it? Isn't it? Isn't it, isn't it, isn't it? Isn't it delicate? Third floor on the west side, me and you. Handsome, near a mansion with a view. Do the girls back home touch you like I do? Long night, with your hands up in my hair. Echoes of your footsteps on the stairs. Stay here, honey, I don't wanna share. 'Cause I like you. Listen for the best. My reputation's never been good, so you must like me for me. Yeah, I want you. We can't make any promises now, can we, babe? But you can make me a dream. Is it cool that I said all that? Is it chill that you're in my head? 'Cause I know that it's delicate. Is it cool that I said all that? Is it too soon to do this yet? 'Cause I know that it's delicate. Isn't it, isn't it, isn't it? Isn't it? Isn't it, isn't it, isn't it? Isn't it delicate? Sometimes I wonder when you sleep, are you ever dreaming of me? Sometimes when I look into your eyes, I pretend you're mine all the damn time. 'Cause I like. Is it cool that I said all that? Is it chill that you're in my head? 'Cause I know that it's delicate. Yeah. Is it cool that I said all that? Is it too soon to do this yet? 'Cause I know that it's delicate. 'Cause I like. Is it cool that I said all that? Is it chill that you're in my head? 'Cause I know that it's delicate. Isn't it? Yeah. Is it cool that I said all that? Is it too soon to do this yet? 'Cause I know that it's delicate. Isn't it delicate?
You're listening to Solihull Radio.
That was Taylor Swift with Delicate. For some reason, I can't say Taylor Swift. There we are. Taylor Swift with Delicate here on The Breakfast Show this morning. You're listening to Natalie and Steve, my co-host this morning, aren't you, Steve?
A co-host. I've never been called a co-host before.
You are my co-host. Can you tell us then a little bit more about Barnett and Marshall? So you said that it's personal training for the mind,
Yep.
but what is it specifically you do?
So, if you have a problem in your... Right, I'm going to go through a couple of categories. So if you have a problem in your relationship or marriage, you can come to us. And we're not going to sit you down and tell you everything's going to be all right. We're going to say, right, what are you doing wrong? And what don't you like about the other half? Because a lot of times what we come across
Do they
is...
get out a list? Is it like a
it's always the woman that gets out the list.
Yeah.
Like this list is just like rolling across the floor. But yeah, what we do, from a man's point of view, what we do is men bottle things up. So straight away it's, oh wait, I didn't know you were feeling like this. And I didn't know that this was going wrong. But the woman gives off like 1,000 signals. She's upset, she's angry, do you know what I mean? She's not talking to you.
It is about the dishes, but it's not about the dishes.
Exactly, the breakup 101 right there. So what we do is we sit people down and we just find out what is the problem, what aren't you happy with the other half with. And then most of the time, once you talk about it in a situation where you can't just shout and scream and hit the wall and walk out, then normally it gets resolved. See,
that's even a different approach already, is that you address the negative.
Yeah.
I sometimes think the thing with life coaches is it's all about the positive, and it should be.
Of course.
You know, raising it up and blah, blah, blah. But you do sometimes have to address the negative before you can move on.
You've got to look... You've got to look at relationships in the mind like a construction site. there's foundations that everything's built on. If them foundations aren't solid, then you're not going to go anywhere. So that's why we start with the negative, because they're the things that are shaking the structure.
And do you find it always comes back to like 3 things, not
Do you know what?
a million things?
It always comes back to, from a woman's point of view, the man is not attentive anymore, and just in general doesn't really show as much affection as he did at the start. For a guy towards a woman, it comes down to physical, and it comes down to kind of showing love in other ways. It just like kind of being there. Because a woman will think like, oh, he's not treating me a certain way. But soon what you're doing is you're giving off another vibe as well. You're not being nice. You're not being cheerful. You're not being happy and loving anymore. But I say it to guys straight away. If a guy's come in sometimes by themselves and they're like, me wife's not happy, my girlfriend's not happy, I'll say, do me a favour, take flowers in on the same day every week. On a Wednesday, just go to the florist, £20, bunch of flowers, take it in, see if your life changes, get text messages back, Steve, I don't need to see you no more.
And you're like, damn it, I should open up a florist.
Shot myself in the foot, really. But that on relationship sides, that's kind of what we go down. We kind of break down what is the problem, then we fix things. We go through little strategies of what you can do. Make date night. People don't make date nights anymore, and not even date nights. Just put your phone down.
Yes.
There's that many people that I see, like, let's just say, I was with the missus the other week and we were in Nando's, and there was a couple. We watched them for half an hour. They did not put their phones down.
Yeah.
The only time we put our phone down was to eat and then take another picture of the food.
And isn't that crazy that that's now socially acceptable? It's before.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know how old you are.
I'm
but
31.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
snap. So there we are. So before, I remember that it used to be very rude to do that.
Oh, really rude.
rude.
Yeah.
Like, if you were to pick up your phone and start looking at it while
Yeah.
somebody was sitting opposite you,
100%.
it would just be friendship ending, basically, wouldn't it?
would be,
Or relationship ending,
No, I
or
totally
whatever
agree.
it may be. But now it's completely acceptable.
Everywhere I go, I just see couples sitting together on their
Yeah.
phones, and sometimes I'm a little bit rude. I look over the shoulder to see if they're on the same thing. I'm like, oh, they're like doing like maybe the post a photo or something. No, he's on Twitter, she's on YouTube. It's
Yeah.
just not even related in the slightest.
Yeah.
So, yeah, so just getting away from your phones, things like that. But other things that we do, we're trying to get out and reach kids, children from all aspects, all backgrounds, like we spoke about last time, get into the schools and kind of just tell children, like, you're not stuck in the lane that you're in. And we're not just looking at children from, like, certain backgrounds, poor backgrounds, or less, what's the word I'm looking for? Affluent backgrounds. Thank you very much.
It's all right. It's
Co-host.
7:30 in the morning.
Thank you. We've been talking to a couple of children from private schools, and they've said things like, oh, I feel like I've got to be a doctor because dad's a doctor, mom's a doctor. I'm like, no, you don't have to do that. What do you want? I want to be a footballer. So concentrate on being a footballer. And like everyone says, oh, kids have crazy dreams and all that kind of thing. But how stressed were you when you were 13? Apart from going through puberty, I wasn't that stressed. Do you know what I mean? I was looking forward to playing out on an evening. I was looking forward to getting stickers for a sticker book. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So why not just let kids be kids for longer?
Yes.
I seen a perfect photo on Facebook the other day, and it was a 13-year-old 25 years ago, and it was a 13-year-old now, and it was shocking.
Yeah.
It was shocking. If this 13-year-old looked 18 in a club, it was ridiculous.
Yeah.
So-
I worked at the clothes show a couple of years ago, and I was amazed at the young girls, as you said,
Yeah.
sort of 12, 13, and I was presenting on a hair extension stand, and there's these 12-year-olds, 13-year-olds coming over to get hair extensions, and I was like, no, you don't need
extensions?
hair extensions.
You've got your own hair, just let it grow.
Yeah, I know. You could say that about me, but you think, well, you're 13, don't worry about that. You shouldn't. Don't worry about it.
I think
you
just
don't need
in
it.
general in society now, we think it's acceptable for young girls at the age of 12 to wear makeup and mini skirts. It's not right. Do you know what I mean? It's not at all. And I'm not sitting here saying, oh, I know what's best for everyone. But they're still kids.
But I think it's you've got a long time to be old.
Yes, a very long time
you
to be old.
You hit, I don't know, 16, 18,
Yeah.
and then you're old then for the
Yeah.
rest of your life. So
I don't know about you, but people I speak to like that are 29 to like 35, they all say like, oh, we rush to get out and we wanted to smoke and drink and all this kind of stuff. And then as soon as you've hit like 2 years of that, you're like, I want to go back to not having to do anything.
As you said, going out and playing and all that
Yeah.
type of stuff. Do you think there's a trend for that to be coming around again, that people are coming away?
I think it's on parenting. I really do. We get some parents in who say they're struggling with kids. I'm like, well, what age did you give them a phone? What age did you give them Facebook?
Yeah.
Like, you've got to take some responsibility, because it all started from you. You were who they learnt off. Do you know what I mean? Like, what were you doing when they were 6? Let's look at that. And then you've got to change your behaviours. That's what we see.
Yeah.
If you don't change your behaviours, they're not going to change theirs.
Was it say as I do, not do as I say?
That's the one, yeah. That's the one.
Yeah, if the parent's sitting on their phone constantly and then they say you're not allowed to go on Facebook,
Yeah,
it's like,
exactly,
well, hang
yeah.
on a minute.
Yeah, exactly. So that's another avenue that we're trying to go down with the kids, just trying to tell them, like, you can do whatever you want to do and still just be young for a little bit longer. But at the same time, look towards the future, because we say to people, everything now in 2019 you can do. If you like Jaffa cakes, sorry, there's a pack of Jaffa cakes in
There
front of us.
is, and whoever left that pack of Jaffa cakes, it's not okay. I don't come in at this time in the morning to eat Jaffa cakes. They've been winking at me the whole time.
I was looking at them, I'm like, we're not going to have one.
If you are a Jaffa cake maker, you would like to be one.
But if you do like Jaffa cakes, we live in an era where you can start a Jaffa cake loving Instagram page. Before you know it, you hashtag Jaffa cakes
You
all
could
day.
be Mrs. Jaffa Cake.
Mrs. Jaffa Cake. And people think this is funny when I say things like this.
No,
'cause
it's true.
I do it at other places. I point out like a bottle of water or a Smurf sitting on the side. You can turn this into a company.
Yeah.
You can be the person that runs the Jaffa Cake Instagram that people go to every day.
I met somebody the other week that their whole job is to predict job trends for the government so that they can then implement that within schools and within
Right, okay.
education for the future generations. So, for example, if we are not going to need that many cars in the future, I don't know, all of a sudden they'll become electric, then they've then got to reroute everybody that would go into engineering in cars to somewhere else and create new job roles within that.
And this person's job is to...
That is their job,
Wow.
to predict future trends of jobs. Like, for example, again, I don't know, how many years ago would it be? 8 years? Who would have predicted that being an influencer is a job?
This is one thing that blows my mind.
It's a job. But I know somebody that gets paid £8,000 a month to post 10 photos a month.
I know one person as well.
Isn't that insane?
Yeah, it
10
is
photos
crazy.
for £8,000. Like, you know, you just think, if anybody out there would like to pay me to do that, absolutely not. No, I'm not selling out. I'm joking. I will. Get in touch. But it's crazy, isn't it? You wouldn't have known that job existed even 8 years ago, I don't think.
Like, everybody is looking for the next big thing, but nobody's trying to make the next big thing. So this is what I'm trying to say to youngsters, young adults, is make the next big thing, but don't put everything on it. Don't be like, I want to be rich through this. Be happy, because when you're happy, everything will come after it. People come to me and they're like, "Oh, Steve, you've done this and you've came from this ex-army and from a poor background." I'm like, yeah, but I never looked to be successful. I looked to be happy. So I looked at what's going to make me happy right now, X, Y, and Z. Right, let's work backwards, because there's a new thing that me and Barnett and Stefan have been speaking about, and it's let's just say Tim at 25 and Tim at 40. Now, Tim at 25 has a spray painting job in a car dealership, and he went through college and he's done all of his time, and he's always dreamt about opening his own shop, his own body workshop. He's in debt with credit cards because out every weekend, he's financed a car, he's chasing women. He's a 25-year-old young lad, he's allowed to do what he wants to do. Tim at 40 has 3 body work shops around the country. Is married, 3 kids, lives a comfortable lifestyle, off to the Maldives every 6 months. Tim at 25 does not know how Tim at 40 does it. It doesn't matter what he does, he sits down, looks at everything, he has no clue. But Tim at 40 can tell Tim at 25 how it works.
Because he couldn't possibly know that, because
Exactly.
otherwise he'd be there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So what you've got to do is, instead of trying to say, I can't get there, this is impossible, start looking at, wait a minute, just write yourself a list, put Tim or Natalie at 40, work backwards. What did it take to get there? What insurance do you need to open a shop?
Yeah.
What kind of qualifications do you need? How much finance do I need? All this kind of stuff, work backwards. Don't just be like, oh, I'm never going to make it there. 'Cause that's what everyone does. Everyone doubts themselves. So
Well, it's a bit like, again, it goes back to physical training as well, doesn't it? It's like everybody sees the end result. Everybody sees people who are slim or in shape and they just think, well, they always look like that. Well, no, they don't.
they
They
don't.
put in time every single day to get there. And everyone sees the top bit, but perhaps they don't see the foundation.
No, exactly.
And that's amazing thing to teach children.
This is something else as well. I've got a friend who's an aspiring bodybuilder, and he come to me the other month and he was like, we went for coffee and he's like, I can't get there. I can't get to this stage. I can't get down to, I think you want to get down like 3% body fat for a competition.
Are you alive at 3% body fat?
I believe you get, some of these bodybuilders get down to like 2%. It's ridiculous.
I know someone who's a motorcycle racer, and I think he's about 6.5%, 7% all year. Continuously all year.
I'm not in my big tour, so I don't know. But I said, he came to me and he said, I can't get there, I can't do this, I can't do that. And I said, can I just point something out to you? I Googled something. These bodybuilders are only down to that percentage for 24 hours.
Yeah.
He wants to walk around like that.
No, yeah, of course not.
And I was like, you won't even walk to your car.
Yeah. They don't look like that off stage usually.
No.
And then when you see them on stage, as you said, it's 24 hours
it's
of preparation.
Water depletion, it's all that
glass
kind
of wine
stuff.
or something they drink the night before to make them. Oh,
yeah.
no.
Anyway, not for me.
No, exactly. We will be talking more with Steve just after this.
I always say what I'm feeling. I was born without a zip on my mouth. Sometimes I don't even mean it. It takes a little while to figure me out. I like my coffee with 2 sugars in it. High heels and my jewelry dripping. Drinking, I get all fired up. Hey, hey, hey. Insecure, but I'm working with it. Many things that I could get rid of. Ain't nobody give it up. I made a few mistakes, I regret it nightly. I broke a couple hearts and I wear on my sleeve. My mama always said, do your troubling. And now I wonder, could you fall for a woman like me? And every time we touch, boy, you make me feel weak. I can tell you're shy and I think you're so sweet. Spending every night under covers and still I wonder, could you fall for a woman like me? Woman like me, like a woman like me, la la la. Woman like me, like a woman like me, la la la. Woman like me, like a woman like me, la la la. Woman like me, like a woman like me. Baby, just be mine for the weekend. We can get a takeaway and sit on the couch, or we could just go out for the evening. Hopefully end up with you kissing my mouth. Hey, hey. You got them blue jeans with a rib up in my head with your fingers in it. Love it when you turn me on. Young Sarah, a little bit of love drunk in the middle with a get down to our favorite song. I made a few mistakes, I regret it nightly. I broke a couple hearts and I wear on my sleeve. My mama always said, do your troubling. And now I wonder, could you fall for a woman like me? And every time we touch, boy, you make me feel weak. I can tell you're shy and I think you're so sweet. Spending every night under covers and still I wonder, could you fall for a woman like me? Woman like me, like a woman like me, la la la. Woman like me, like a woman like me, la la la. Woman like me, like a woman like me, la la la. Woman like me, like a woman like me.
Woman like me, yes, a woman like me. Soon as I brush up on them, I can tell they like me. You know all them on them, I try to swipe me. Now that up, he could afford to ice me. Tell him that's a batch for me, bitch, in your area. But the more bad, then the more merrier. Baddies to my left and to the right, a little scarier. Dude, boy, tell me, can you handle all this dairy?
Made a few mistakes, I regret it nightly. I broke a couple hearts and I wear on my sleeve. My mama always said, do your troubling. And now I wonder, could you fall for a woman like me? And every time we touch, boy, you make me feel weak. I can tell you're shy and I think you're so sweet. Spending every night under covers and still I wonder, could you fall for a woman like me? For a woman like me. A woman like me, like me, like me, like a woman like me, like a woman like me. I said a woman like me, like a woman like me.
Young Money.
You're listening to Solihull Radio.
We are talking with Steve about all things Barnet and Marshall and life coaching. And we were just having a bit of a chat off air about the word life coaching. So do you think that it has American connotations? Like, it's quite an American way of looking at it.
Yeah, it could come across quite American. I feel like with the Tony Robbins and the Eric Thomas and the Gary V's, I think people see this kind of like some people that I know in the life coaching industry or trying to get into life coaching or trying to do it for fame. But one of the things we say in our seminars is, look, we're not here to be famous. We're here to get you from where you are now to be a star. Everybody throughout time, basketball players, football players, actors, singers, they've all had coaches. So what if they've all had coaches in their sport and their arts, why can't you have one in your life?
I think it's because when you see somebody who is talented and they are the way they are, you just think, well, that comes naturally.
Do you know what?
They don't have to work for it.
Michael Jordan got benched for 2 seasons at the start of his career because he just wasn't cutting it. He went away and got a new coach.
Imagine being that guy that was like, Michael Jordan, you're not cutting it at basketball. I think you should try something else.
Oprah got sacked.
Yeah.
Walt Disney got sacked for not being creative enough in a newspaper.
Yes, I did hear that. Yeah, not being creative enough. Yeah.
Mr. Walt Disney. The list goes on. J.K. Rowling had to type out every single Harry Potter book 6 times to send it off to publishers because she didn't have a computer.
Yeah.
Because she was living in a council estate flat with her daughter.
So it's easy to see that end goal, isn't it, or that end life,
but you don't see the years and years of struggle.
No, and if you were Walt Disney, for example, and you did get told you're not creative, if you took that on board and thought, well, I'm obviously not creative because people are telling me.
This is something, I'm glad you brought this up, this is something that we do in society now. If somebody says to us, you're not going to do this, especially youngsters. I can't even say youngsters because I'm getting people at the age of 40 coming to me and saying the same thing. They take it so hard that they don't pursue what they want to do. If I got told every single time you're not going to do what you want to do, I would be working in Tesco stacking shelves. Not that there's anything wrong with that job, but that's what I would be doing.
Yeah, because you couldn't pursue what you wanted to pursue if you because everybody is a bit of afraid of the unknown. If you, for example, we always say that your family are obviously supportive and your friends are very supportive, but it's within their interest for you to stay in your lane.
Oh, 100%.
Like for you to stay doing exactly the same thing that you've always done because it's safe, normal and easy, you know, and it's not their fault, but that's why. So then if you do ask your family or you do ask your friends, it's quite natural for them then to turn around and say, no, like, I'll just stick with your job. It pays well. And you're comfortable. It's safe. Stay there. You know, because they don't want to be the one that goes, do it, and then you lose everything.
Exactly. But this is something else as well. We always listen to what other people in society have to say, and we are going through a time at the moment where everybody's envious of other people as well.
Yes.
So there's a great part of our seminar where. Can I just touch on the seminar quickly? Because I'm saying seminar a couple of times. We have a seminar at Centre Court in Birmingham on the Stratford Road. That's 1301 Stratford Road, B28 9HH. That's on the 28th of April, and it's at 12 p.m.
Okay.
Free entry and free smoothies.
And what can people expect from the seminar, apart from a fantastic smoothie?
Just
to be honest, I'll be there for that. So that sounds great.
So kind of just going through everything that we've spoke about today, and kind of just getting you, kind of letting people know what we're about, and letting them know that on the top of our flyer it says, "Are you struggling with life ? Money ? Or in love ? So if any of them, life's obviously a big one. The people that come to us sometimes are struggling with money and want to try and get out of a financial transition, as we like to call it, not a financial rut. And in love, obviously, some people are in a relationship and struggling. Some people are looking for love and can't find it because they're coming across in the wrong way. We had a young lady come to us the other week, and she won't mind me saying this, I won't mention her name, but she was constantly trying to adapt her physical appearance for men. She was getting her lips done and she was getting breast enlargements because she thought that's what men wanted. And I said, how about you stop looking at what other people want and look at what is good for you? Start loving the person in the mirror, because that's who you're going to spend the most time with.
Yeah, and like you said, that you do your business because you love what you do, and then the money comes after.
Oh yeah, of course.
It's the same thing with pursuing a relationship. I think
Yeah.
if somebody's like pursuing it, and putting in all this effort, it has the opposite effect, because
Oh,
it's
100%.
not that attractive.
No, because nobody wants to be with someone that's needy.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Like nobody wants to buy off the sales guy,
No.
but they do want to buy off the genuine person.
exactly.
It's the same, I suppose, with
So
dating.
you go into a car dealership. Perfect analogy. You go into a car dealership and the guy comes up to you and he's like, "Oh, hi, what do you want? You want this car? I'll give you alloys." And you straight away you're like, "No, I'm going to go to this guy who's just kind of sitting over here with a voucher, with a brochure." Sorry.
Yeah.
So you go over, you talk to the guy. He's nice. He tells you a bit of information about the car and tells you, "Look, come back in a couple of days if that's what you want." It's the same in a relationship. If I come up to you and I'm like, "Oh, how you doing? My name's Steve. Do you want a drink?" It puts women off straight away, and men and women. It doesn't matter who you speak to. So just the best thing to do is love yourself before you look for love. That's what I say to everyone that comes in. And if you're in a relationship and you're not feeling love, start looking after yourself, and the other person might pay more attention to you.
And do you think with relationships as well that a lot of women, if they're having problems in relationships, they go to women, relationship coaches or life coaches, and if they're men, they go to men, and there might be a bit of a problem in that, because
100%.
and unless you're in a same-sex relationship, then you're going to the side that may not know.
So women are going to women with women problems.
Women are going to women with women problems about men.
Yep.
And men are going to men about women
women
problems about men,
Yeah,
if that
yeah,
makes sense.
yeah,
if
exactly, yeah.
makes any sense at all. But yeah, surely it does make sense to go to the opposite.
This is what I say to people. People come in and they're like, I've had a couple of gentlemen come in and say, "My wife is saying that I'm not doing this, I'm not doing that, the other." I said, "Do me a favour, I'm not going to charge you for the next session, but just bring your wife in with you." And what? What do you mean bring my wife in? Like, you're going to sit here, you're going to be very vulnerable, talking to me, and I'm going to hear everything that's wrong with you from your wife's point of view. And then all of a sudden...
Sounds like a fun afternoon.
Yeah. I try and make it fun. You know what I mean? But
it's got to be done, hasn't it?
It has to
It's got
be done. If there's a problem, you got to solve it. You know what I mean? You can't just keep bandaging it up and hope that it goes away, because it doesn't. It's still there. So yeah, you are right with the women going to women. I would love to sit into some of them and
and have a listen from a male's perspective.
Yeah,
and I think the same, the opposite way round almost.
I'd love to get a bunch of women in to listen to me talk to a guy about what's wrong with his relationship.
Yeah.
Behind like a pane of glass.
Yeah. So you've said obviously the life overview, and then you've got the love,
Yes.
and then the other one was money.
Money, yeah. So what people do with the money side of things is people are chasing money because of the society that we're in. Mm-hmm. Now, if you come to me and you say, "Look, Steve, I work a 9-to-5 job, I work in admin, and I just can't pay my mortgage," I'm going to probably send you on to someone else, because that's not what I'm dealing with. If you're aspiring to be something else, if you work in admin but you want to go into party planning, I'm going to help you.
Not Jaffa cake development.
Jaffa cake development. You probably it's
If you
same
do
thing.
want to.
Yeah, if you do want to be a Jaffa cake
Admin by
developer.
day, Jaffa cake development by night.
Jaffa cake connoisseur by night.
Yep.
Yes, very easily.
And that's just eating, isn't it?
Yeah, that's me in general. So what we do is, they're the kind of people that we're looking to help, that I'm looking to help. If you come in and you're like, "Look, I want to get from where I am now to here, but I don't know how to get there," I'm going to sit you down and kind of put a small, not a business plan, but kind of a life plan in place, because people always overestimate what they can do in 6 months, but they underestimate what they can do in 10 years.
Yes. Yeah.
The one of the greatest things I was taught was, do me a favor and think of something that happened to you when you were 21, and think about how long ago that feels. I don't know about you, but it feels like 10 minutes ago.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, it does.
But when you were 21, if you said 31-year-old Natalie would be doing Solihull Radio, you'd be, "Oh, wait a minute, what's this? I don't think I can get there." Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's back to what we said before about Tim. You've got to put things in perspective and stop cutting yourself so short. We live in such an Instagram world, so quick, so fast food, Uber food, and Uber's
You
taxi
expect to
comes
have
up.
it all now.
Everything just come now.
And is that why people tend to get themselves into difficulty in regards to money?
100%, because what they do is they try and find ways to get themselves, like
Now.
credit cards, loans, all this kind of thing, but they never think about how they're going to pay it back. If you're going to get a business loan, fair enough. You go to the bank with a business plan and you get a business loan, happy days. If that's what's going to get you forward, I would do it 100%. But if you go to a loan shark or you go to the credit card company because you think that you need all this new gear to be a nail technician, and you find out that there's 1,000 nail technicians in your area that are charging less than what you're charging, then you haven't put your business plan in place properly. So it's little. Stefan Barnett said it best. He said, "It's small, firm steps over a long distance, not leaps over a short distance." Leaps under. I can't remember what he said. He said something really good. We'll get Stefan.
He said
back
it
on.
profoundly.
He said it very well.
Yeah, no, well, it makes sense, though, doesn't it? It's again, it's like the slow and steady wins the race.
Yeah.
It's doing things every day.
Exactly.
I heard a quote actually that said, "Nothing changes day to day, but in a year everything's changed." And
Yeah.
it's true, isn't it?
Yeah, 100%.
But it must have changed
Of
day
course.
to day for that to happen.
Of course, yeah.
Well, we'll be speaking with Steve more after this. Make sure you do get in touch and join in the conversation on 0121 70 40 185.
I am not a stranger to the dark. Hide away, they say, 'cause we don't want your broken parts. I've learned to be ashamed of all my scars. Run away, they say, no one will love you as you are. But I won't let them break me down to dust. I know that there's a place for us, for we are glorious. When the sharpest words wanna cut me down, I'm gonna send the blood, gonna drown them out. I am brave, I am bruised, I am who I'm meant to be. This is me. Look out, 'cause here I come, and I'm marching on to the beat I drum. I'm not scared to be seen, I make no apologies. This is me. Another round of bullets hits my skin. Well, fire away, 'cause today I won't let the shit sink in. We are bursting through the barricades and reaching for the sun. That's what we belong. Won't let them break me down. I know that there's a place for us. Oh, we are glorious. When the sharpest words wanna cut me down, I'm gonna send the blood, gonna drown them out. This is brave, this is bruised, this is who I'm meant to be. This is me.
You're listening to Solihull Radio.
So, Steve, you've given us the overview then.
Yep.
Is there anything else you'd like to...
There's just one more thing that we've started doing is team building exercises, where we take teams away for the weekend and kind of go through a military breakdown, because me and Stefan are both ex-military.
Yes, that's something
Yep.
that we did mention in the last time we had a chat. But tell everybody a little bit about your background through that.
So we both joined the military round about the same time. We joined what would be classed as the Corps of Drums with the Coldstream Guards, who everyone will know as the guys with the black hats and the red coats outside of Buckingham Palace.
Oh, okay.
So that's what we were in. Travelled the world together, kind of in the Corps of Drums, doing ceremonial duties and obviously active duties. And then we both left within the same 6 months. And like we said last time, we kind of struggled to find out what we wanted to do. Both went into close protection. Didn't actually know we both went into close protection because we didn't speak for a couple of months. And then kind of over, I think it was a Facebook group or something, we got back in touch. And then from there, it was just kind of, I've got a job for you. Do you want to do this job? I can't do this job, kind of swapping jobs. And then we got together, and over the past probably 2-3 years, the whole motivational speaking, life coaching aspect has came together. But we've used everything from military, our military experience, kind of our close protection experience, because a lot of our close protection was with businessmen. So we kind of got to see people out with different lives. And
Yeah,
different
great
walks of life.
access to people
Yes.
like that as
It's
well, isn't
very,
it?
very good,
Spending
yeah.
so much time with
Yeah.
those people as well.
that you would never spend time with in places you would never spend time with people. So it was kind of good just to kind of sit on the back burner and watch from a distance, and you get a lot of experience that way.
And they would be reasonably relaxed around you
Very
as well.
relaxed,
So
yeah.
again, that access that you
Yeah.
wouldn't normally get.
Yeah, so we kind of, it was a lot of self-taught work, and then we both went back to college, night college, and we both done our diplomas in life coaching, which is an actual thing now, which I can't believe. It came up, we got an email through, we must have been Googling something, and obviously as soon as you Google something now, it's
Oh,
everywhere.
yes, yeah, it is,
You can't-
isn't it?
You can't
I think I
scroll through.
thought about something the other day and then it popped up on my phone.
It's scary. Your phone listens to you now.
It does.
So we done our diplomas, and we're doing we're constantly learning. We're doing courses in neurolinguistics, which is how to change behaviours, obviously for the better, get rid of fears, and kind of just.
Because if you
open
don't mind me saying, you don't look like a stereotypical life coach
No,
almost.
I don't have any beads on today.
There's
no
beads,
No.
not today anyway.
Not
No
dreadlocks.
dreadlocks.
Yeah,
No, nothing.
we do get this quite a lot. People that have been referred to us, and they come in and they're like, right, you're not what I was expecting.
No.
And I was like, right, okay, so what were you expecting? And usually they see a tie-dye T-shirt and some
When the
beads.
both of you came in the first time,
Yeah.
when I opened the door, it definitely wasn't what I was expecting. No, I was like, these two life coaches are coming in. I was explaining to Laura.
Yeah.
You came in. I was like, no, not. I would put £1 million on. They weren't going to look
get
like
it.
that.
We get it all the time. But like we said, we're coming with a new angle of this, and we're trying to get away from that American kind of screaming at people and change your life kind of thing to let's have a talk. Let's talk about it. How is your life going to change? What do you want out of life? And where do you want to be?
Yeah.
So just quickly back to the team building. So it's mainly for companies or for groups of people, family members that have fallen out, things like this. We take you away for the weekend. We supply all the gear, and we kind of do what the military done in 6 months. We kind of do it in 3 days. So we just kind of break down any uncomfortableness around each other. We've done it with a couple of married couples, and kind of getting them away from social media, the kids, all that kind of thing, getting them out, and it really works. And at the end of it, you get a nice certificate that says you were on the Barnett and Marshall team building exercise weekend.
Brilliant.
So that's something that we're trying to
Almost
put in
going
place.
back to basics
Yes.
with people.
So it's camping, it's being outdoors, it's being nearly, I think one of our locations is 70 miles from the nearest town. So you're in the middle of nowhere, really. Obviously backed up with the local authorities. If we go, say we went Scotland in the Highlands, you've got obviously too early in the morning again. We've got all the rescue services, all that kind of thing, in case people are
Yes,
worried.
of course,
We've
yeah.
got all the insurances, because somebody came to us the other day with a letter saying,
So
"Are
it's
you
not going to be
insured?"
like SAS Who Dares Wins. You're not going to be chucking them out of helicopters.
No, not yet. We are hoping to get we're not really. But yeah, the whole point of the weekend is kind of just getting out of your comfort zone.
Testing your boundaries
Yeah.
a little bit. There was and my mom's going to be on the show in about 5 minutes time, so she'll be able to tell me the name of this person. But there was a movie star years ago that my mom's always told me about. that she kind of she was having mental health issues, and she was going through loads of different problems. And to get her back to kind of reality, they made her clean toilets, and that was the way that they kind of that they faced it, and it was kind of getting her back to that practical, hands-on.
Right, yeah.
And you hear a lot of people going through sort of drug rehabilitation, going outside, going into the wilderness, you know, and so it's along those lines, isn't it? It's getting you back to basics.
It's just getting away. It doesn't matter whether you go with a caravan for the weekend. Obviously, this isn't going to be great for us because we're telling you how to fix it. But if I've had people who say we got a caravan for the weekend,
but you can tell people to fix things.
Yeah,
there is a difference,
yeah,
isn't there,
of
when
course,
you've got
yeah.
somebody there guiding
Oh,
you.
100%. It's like a personal trainer.
It is.
Everybody's got access to a gym, but not everyone's going. Do you know what I mean? And if they are going, they're not doing the right things. But yeah, it's just getting people outdoors and kind of just saying, look, you don't need your phone. You don't need to call up Sandy every time you have an argument. You don't need to call up your mum every time you have an argument. Let's just use two, go out and kind of just deal with your issues. And sometimes I'll tell them to walk ahead. We'll be on a 4 or 5 mile walk to the next location. I'll say, look, you two walk ahead, and they're screaming at each other, but at the end, it's a big, massive hug. And
Oh, you can't
run
storm
away.
off.
You can't just jump in the car and go down the pub.
There's
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
there's nowhere to
no
go.
angry doors to dramatically slam, is there? No.
I seen someone throw a stone.
A couple
once.
of rocks. I was
Yeah,
just
I
about
was
to
gonna
say that.
yeah.
It's like a rock or a small furry animal.
Yeah,
Better than that.
RSPC. I'd have nothing to do with
Don't
the
be
animals.
chucking no animals, anyone. Don't be chucking no
So
animals.
yeah, so that's kind of the last thing I wanted to touch on. We are trying to branch out into companies who are maybe going through a transition in their product and they want to get everyone back together to gel together. We take teams up to 8 people, and as I say, we take them over. We do a 2-nighter and we do a 3-nighter, and it's just a great way for everyone. Just kind of we do a couple of tasks. We do what we call a Kazivac at the end, which is we let off a fake smoke grenade, and you've got to get whoever's been injured across a certain amount of distance, but you've got to work together.
Oh, wow.
So that kind of thing really worked, putting people under pressure at the end of the course. That's
My husband Adam always laughs at me because I watch that SAS Who Dares Win, and I'm convinced that I want to go on it. And he's like, you can't even run a 5K. And I'm like, I could do it. It'd be really easy. I could do it.
We've got tickets for Ant Middleton in Birmingham on the 23rd, St George's Day.
Yeah.
So we're going to be here for that. That's
Great. Well, talking of events, just remind me of the event that you've got coming
so
up.
it All Starts Here seminar at Centre Courts on the Stratford Road, which is 1301 Stratford Road, Birmingham, at B28 9HH, and that is on the 28th of April, and we will be giving people a free smoothie when they turn up at 12 o'clock. Anybody that turns up off the 25 bus, you don't get a smoothie.
Oh, there we are then. So make sure you get there before 25 past. And how do they get in touch in regards to websites, social media?
The best way to hit us up is on our website, which is barnettandmarshall.com. And they can, all of our Instagram and Facebook and everything's through that. So they'll be able to hit us up through there.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much, Steve, for coming in. That's Steve from Barnett and Marshall.
I'ma get it on this floor. Girls, if you're tired of being so damn innocent, tell me what you waiting for. Hey girls, what's up? She bad, hands up. Your boys, ease back. Show you so hot, wear a little less. Got a little, I'ma get on my chest. Taming on my body, got you obsessed. Do it all night, better give me respect. We're 20 deep, up on this floor. We getting wild, yeah, we getting raw. No, I can't breathe.
You say yes. Come on, put your hands up, here with all my friends, yeah, we about to get this started. If you know you can't stop, and you know you won't stop, take it to the after party. Now we get it all wet, love it when I push sweat, dripping all over my body.
Yeah, did that grown man talk? Time to get cooking, so I brought my own fault. Red come and shoot you in, come on, dig a song. This a Hurricane Maria doing songs of reggaeton. I am beyond, I am the true shawty, I am the one. Tattoos of Bible verses on my arm. Yeah, baby, you the pawn. Somebody ring the alarm.
Come on, put your hands up, here with all my friends, yep, we about to get this started. If you know you can't stop, and you know you won't stop, take it to the after party. Now we get it all wet, love it when I push sweat, dripping all over my body. Come on, put your hands up, here with all my friends, yep, we about to get this started. If you know you can't stop, and you know you won't stop, take it to the after party. Now we get it all wet, love it when I push sweat, dripping all over my body. Yes.
You're listening to Solihull Radio.
Another one bites the dust. Oh, why can I not conquer love? And I might have thought that we would win. Why not to fight this war with no weapons? And I wanted it bad.
You're listening to Solihull Radio.
The time is 8:15 and you are listening to Solihull Radio. So if you do want to get in touch with Steve about all things Barnet and Marshall, we will be sharing that through the Solihull Radio Instagram and also Facebook page as well. We'll be sharing all of those links so you can get in touch. And remember as well, he does have that event coming up on the 28th of April. It really is one to go and have a look at if you guys are around, especially if you have children or anyone that's, you know, in need of a little bit of guidance at the moment, then please do go along on the 28th of April and get in touch with Steve. As I mentioned, in the studio is my mother. Hello, Mother.
Hello, Natalie.
Hello. This is a bit bright and early for you, is it not?
It certainly is.
It is a bit bright and early because it is the breakfast show, of course. But my mum's in this week because last week was Mother's Day and you're here to tell everyone how much I treated you and how much of a fantastic person I am. Is that correct?
Well, how long have you got? No, last Sunday, was it Sunday or Saturday? Sunday. Last Sunday, I won't mention where we went, but we went, Natalie had booked afternoon tea. And as far as I'm concerned, afternoon tea is little sandwiches and scones and cream and jam. So we sit down for our cream tea and then we're told, oh, we don't have any scones.
We've run out of scones, apparently.
And
yes.
This was only like about 3 in the afternoon, so it wasn't as if it was like 6, 7 in the evening. So they ran out of scones. So we came away with a complimentary glass of Prosecco, and we are going back.
We are going back, exactly. And that place is in Solihull, so if you are listening, stock up on the scones. But the only thing we did say is, why don't they just nip out to the shop? Has anyone ever had that when you go somewhere and they're like, sorry, we've run out of bread? You're like, well, there is a Tesco or
Sainsbury's.
Any other shop is just down there. You can pop out. But then we ended up going and seeing Fisherman's Friends as well, didn't we?
Absolutely wonderful film. 2 hours of just sheer escapism. No, the odd bit of language, but nothing of any consequence at all. It was just a absolutely lovely
Tell us
feel-good.
about the story if anybody else wants to go and watch
Well, it's
it.
in Port Isaac.
Yes.
Which is obviously a Cornish town. And they started, I believe, I'm not quite sure, but they started singing on the harbour, like many of the Cornish harbours have Salvation Army or just a band. And these group of fishermen, basically, just fishermen, hard-working fishermen, who could sing, started singing. And to cut a very long story short, a producer was down that way accidentally and was a practical joke done on him, and he was left there, and you could see how it was developing. He'd got his eye for one of the daughters of one of the fishermen friends, and eventually he signed them a deal, and they were in the charts, because there used to be obviously the charts then, and I think they got to number 9.
I think it was number 9, yeah, they did.
And they travelled the world.
I can vaguely remember. I don't know what the year that was, but I can vaguely remember that, I think.
I think it was probably late 80s.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Well, perhaps not then.
No, I'm not sure. And they travelled the world. They actually travelled the world. They sang for...
They got $1 million deal,
$1 million deal. They sang for the President of the States. I don't think it was Trump. I think it was somebody more, a bit more. I won't say anymore.
Not orange?
No, yeah, I'm not being tangoed, yes.
Not as orange.
But no, they travel the world, and they now still sing, I think, every Friday.
Yes,
and in the harbour.
In Port Isaac,
In Port Isaac.
Yeah, it was a really great film. So that is on at the Cineworld in Solihull at the moment. So if you do want to go see that, it's a definite recommendation. So that was our Mother's Day. What did you guys get up to? If you did do any celebrations for Mother's Day, then please pop us a text. It's 82228. That's not easy to say. 82228 is an easy way to do it. Or give us a call on 01217040185. And there's loads of ways to get in touch. Make sure you do get in touch with us on the Facebook page and also Instagram as well. We will be running through the papers with my mom right here and figuring out what we're going to do this weekend as well. So please do get in touch and let us know what you're up to. But first, here is Rita Ora with Girls.
Her name is Laura. We learned a lot of how to do it like we do it like we wanna. We just know. We just know. I ain't one-sided. I'm open-minded. I'm 50-50 and I'm never gonna hide it. You should know. You should know.
I'm the hunter, and she the prayer. I'm the thriller and the killer and the savior. Up all night, we up all night. Yeah.
All summer we've been in the blue, 68 Chevy with nothing to do. In the summer haze, hush loving. Sometimes I just wanna kiss girls, girls, girls. Red wine, I just wanna kiss girls, girls, girls. Sometimes I just wanna kiss girls, girls, girls. You know that I do. Red wine, I just wanna kiss girls, girls, girls. Girls, 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 girls. She getting down with me, yeah. She getting down with me, yeah. She getting down with me, yeah. We can go up. She getting down with me, yeah. She getting down with me, yeah. She getting down with me, yeah. Rita. Look, now I could be a lipstick just for one night. Girls just wanna have fun and have their fun right. I mean, say my name, say my name, say my name. It tastes good just running up your tongue, right? I put this smack on your lips, so pucker up. We ain't never heard of you cause you ain't done enough. And I don't gotta introduce myself. I'm too sexy, I seduce myself. 7-figure, never need a I steal your chick, have her down with the scissor. Tonight I don't want a dog, I want a kitten. I might French your girl from Great Britain. Girls, girls. Red wine, I just wanna kiss girls, girls, girls. Yeah. Sometimes I just wanna kiss girls, girls, girls. Red wine, I just wanna kiss girls, girls, girls. Girls, 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 girls. She getting down with me, yeah. She getting down with me, yeah. She getting down with me, yeah. She like, she getting down with me, yeah. She getting down with me, yeah. She getting down with me, yeah. Girls, 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 girls.
Online, on demand, and here. Play Solihull Radio. UFit St John's, a welcoming health, well-being and fitness centre within the heart of Solihull. The professional staff are available to advise on cardio or resistance programmes, or you may want to completely relax with a swim, sauna and spa pool. We're giving you the opportunity to experience the health club at no cost to find out if it's a UFit for you. Simply visit and claim your free no-cost 3-day pass. So take some time for yourself at UFit St John's. Terms and conditions apply. Go to ufitclubs.co.uk for full details. Keeping you fit at UFit St John's.
Solihull Radio.
You know I love you, but you don't know how much. You know I need you. I need your touch. You know I love you, but you don't know how much. No, you don't. No, you don't. No, you don't. But we can find a better way. Have to find a better way. We can find a better way to prove it, prove it, prove it. It's a beautiful life. If you give it a chance, it can make you dance. It's a beautiful life. All right, all need your touch. We can find a better way. Have to find a better way. We can find a better way to prove it, prove it, prove it. It's a beautiful life. If you give it a chance, it can make you dance. It's a beautiful life. Alright, alright. It's a beautiful life. Alright, alright.
You're listening to Solihull Radio.
You are listening to Solihull Radio. I am here with my mother because it's a Mother's Day treat, isn't it, this morning? That was Rick Astley with Beautiful Life. Do you remember when we went to see him?
Oh, absolutely wonderful.
Well, I can't remember where the tickets were from, but they were, I think, from Solihull Radio.
I think it
weren't
was
they?
from Solihull Radio.
Yeah, so from Solihull Radio, because obviously there's so much going on in Birmingham that we have access to. Obviously, you've got the NEC, and then you've got the Genting Arena as well. So you've got loads of things that are going on locally. So we got offered these tickets to go and see Rick Astley. Now, the only thing I know about Rick Astley is never gonna give you up, never gonna let you down.
And I remember him from the first time round.
Yeah.
And in fact, he really doesn't look I don't know how
He's
long
been
ago.
preserved in vinegar, basically.
He has. I want some of what he's using.
So when he comes off stage, they just drop him straight into the vinegar, and that's it. And then he stays there until the next show.
No, the supporting act was...
yeah, I can't remember the supporting.
Lovely singer.
A
she
great
is.
singer. Oh, no, I can. Gabrielle.
It
was.
So she was the supporting act.
I need to stop doing impressions.
I think she does, because they're not really. That's good between you, me, and the gatepost.
You, me, and Solihull.
Yeah. But no, she was very good. And then Rick Astley came on, and he was just
Brilliant.
He was so good.
He was absolutely brilliant. And I was just not really expecting much. I thought, I love a show. So I was like, I'll go along, have a watch, be a nice night, go and have a watch. Don't really expect much. All I know is never going to give you up. So I thought...
He did sing other things.
I think he sang that last, actually, didn't he?
He did.
I think he held it to last.
He did, yeah.
But he was brilliant. He was such a showman as well. He was a great show. He was also really funny as well.
Absolutely. Go and tell the story about when he said about some of you are going to be the ones that have been dragged here by your wife.
I know for a fact that 50% of you are absolutely loving every second of this, and 50% of you wish you were at the football. And he said, I know those people as I look out into the audience, because you're the ones with your arms crossed.
Yeah.
And he said, I know for a fact that your wife or your husband or whoever it may be came downstairs one morning and went, you never guess who I've got tickets for. And you went, oh God. And then now you're here. But he's like, but I'm going to give you a great show and hope you enjoy it.
He certainly did that.
And he's also got, and Beautiful Life is one of them, but he's also got quite a few new songs out as well. And they're brilliant. They're absolutely brilliant. He gained a fan, basically.
It was all down to his wife.
I never thought I'd say that, actually, but he did.
No, it was all down to his wife. I remember listening to him being interviewed on some radio show, and he'd come out of the business because he said he felt that he'd lost confidence in writing his own music. And he liked to write his own music.
Probably all that vinegar going to his brain.
Yeah, pickling him. And so his wife said to him, you are capable of this. You are now 50, or you're going to be 50 in a few months. You are capable of this.
He does look good. He should start selling, I don't know,
whatever, yeah.
serum or something.
And anyway, and she said, you are capable. And he's produced and written some beautiful songs. Absolutely beautiful. So if you get the opportunity to go to see him, we recommend you do.
Definitely do, 100%. I don't know when he's next at the Genting Arena, but if he's up here and you see him on the list, then it's
definitely
worthwhile.
And if any of the production team of Rick Astley's listening now, Natalie and I could do with some nice tickets.
Just some lovely ones. That'd be fantastic.
Nice near the front, you know.
That'd be wonderful. I was just about to say, we will play one of his new songs as well. I know we've just played Beautiful Life, but we will play another one of them as well in a minute. So stay tuned for that. And do get in touch with the conversation. We want to know what you're up to this weekend in Solihull. What is going on in Solihull Centre? As I mentioned, I did the park run last week, didn't I, Mother? Are you joining me for the park run tomorrow? 5K, 9 a.m?
No.
No other elaboration on that?
No.
Right, no. There's a I think the lady, I'm guessing this lady's age, so I do apologise if this isn't anywhere near your age, but I think she's in her 80s, and she runs with the dog, the white dog, and me and Laura were saying the next time we do see her, we're going to grab her for an interview.
Oh yeah, why not?
Because she's ran the someone was telling me, they might have made this up, but she ran the Great North Run. She's also done the London Marathon like 5 times. All these things. So if anybody does fancy it, it is of all ages. You're not just you do have your kind of marathon skinny runners at the front that have been doing it forever, and they can run it in about, I don't know, about 16 minutes or something crazy. And then you have everybody else kind of in their ability all the way back. So if you do want to join, you can bring dogs as well. You can pre-register. So you go on to Parkrun, I think it's parkrun.co.uk, pre-register for that and bring your barcode, because then you can scan it and you can give your exact time. Or if you're not that fussed, you can literally just turn up and do it, basically. It's really, really easy. So I will be doing that tomorrow morning if you do want to come join. I think Laura's doing it as well, so come and see us tomorrow morning. But please do get in touch and let us know what is going on in Solihull this weekend. As I mentioned, I'm going to play you another Rick Astley song. I know, I'm a super fan now. Here is Rick Astley with Try. No, it's not. Here is Rick Astley with Try.
I don't know if I can make it, but I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try. I don't know if I can make it, but just watch me try. Watch me try. When it feels like all my chances end in empty sighs, I remember that the only thing that I can lose is pride. And you know I got to try. Even though my heart is on the line, even if I'm broken on the inside, there's nothing I won't do to make it right. You know I got to try. All I know is nothing certain, so I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try. It's only myself that I'm hurting if I don't try. If I don't try. When it feels like all my hopes and dreams are shattered into dust, I remember that the only thing I have to do is trust. And you know I got to try. Even though my heart is on the line, and even if I'm broken on the inside, there's nothing I won't do to make it right. You know I got to try. Even if I'm stopped at every turn,
Online, on demand, and here. Play Solihull Radio. UFit St John's, a welcoming health, well-being and fitness centre within the heart of Solihull. The professional staff are available to advise on cardio or resistance programmes, or you may want to completely relax with a swim, sauna and spa pool. We're giving you the opportunity to experience the health club at no cost to find out if it's a UFit for you. Simply visit and claim your free no-cost 3-day pass. So take some time for yourself at UFit St John's. Terms and conditions apply. Go to ufitclubs.co.uk for full details. Keeping you fit at UFit St John's.
We have had a couple of text messages in letting us know what you're doing this weekend, and we have had a message from Steve. Hello, Steve. Steve has said that you are coming to the park run this weekend. So I shall see you tomorrow morning, Steve. If I look like I'm about to keel over, buy me a chocolate bar or something, because it's my second time, so I'm not that great at it yet. So, Steve, if you're one of those skinny people at the front, then perhaps not. I may be at the back, basically, with the lady with the dog. But it is one of those things, though. If you do want to give it a go, anybody can, any ability can. If you're going to be running around in the middle like me, or if you're going to be at the back having a walk, then it's fine for any ability and any age. That was Rick Astley as well. Rick Astley, #1 fan right here in the building. So sorry to bore you with Rick Astley, but isn't it good? See, we did tell you. So today we're going to be trying on outfits, aren't we, for the wedding. We do have my brother's wedding coming up on the 1st of June, so we're doing the big try on. But has anybody else experienced this, that buying a mother of the bride, because I've recently got married, or mother of the groom outfit is a pain in the backside, isn't it?
They're expensive.
Yeah.
We went to a wedding show, I think, at the NEC.
We did.
And, well, they were like something, God bless her soul, the Queen Mother would have worn. I mean, and then I tried this outfit on, and the woman said, "Oh, this is with the show's discount." And how much was it?
£650.
And it looked like something. Well, you would if you saw it in one of the charity shops, you wouldn't buy it. You wouldn't
think
buy it.
twice. No, and it also looked like something that you shouldn't be standing near any naked flames. Don't be standing near any open flames in that outfit, because you will be
self-combusting.
You will be the bonfire, basically, that type of material. So yeah, if you can let us know where we can get a mother or mother of the bride or groom outfit from in Solihull, please do recommend. Please do get in touch. Text us on 82228 and let us know. But we've got one outfit in mind, haven't we? And then we've got a few others that may be possible.
So we've got a trying on session this afternoon at Natalie's house.
We do.
And Natalie, I'm sure, will tell you if I've decided I like any of them. Otherwise, we start again.
Otherwise, it all goes again. Exactly. It was like the saga of the wedding dress for me trying on. I think we went to about 1,020,000 shops, basically. So, yeah, so if you guys know of any great places in Solihull, please do recommend, and we can give them a shout out as well. So if you own a bridal shop, or if you own a fashion shop, especially if it's one of the independent retailers as well, we love to represent you guys on here as well.
But not what I found when Natalie got married and I was the mother of the bride, they're all the same outfits.
Yes.
They've all got a little short jacket and a dress. And you think, well, you can be a mother of the bride and not have a little short jacket and a dress.
No, you can't. It's not
well,
possible.
No, if you buy from that type of shop, that's it, you know.
So if you own a little short jacket company with a dress and hat shop, then don't get in touch. But anything else, let us know. We are playing What You Like to Hear this morning, and we have had a request in for Rak Sue, and that was Rak Sue from X Factor. So here you go. Bit of Rak Sue on your Friday morning. The time is 8:40.
Mamacita, 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 mamacita. I think I'm in love like Serena. Mamacita, I'll buy you 2 shots of tequila. I'm about to let it all go. Sit back, kick back, I'ma chill like snow. I'm about to let it all go. No stress, just this little money we blow. I'm about to let it all fly. Little fun, little sun, book a flight to Dubai. You should let it all breathe. Don't watch you freeze. Come and chill, we'll rewind. Mamacita, I think I'm in love love like Serena. Come in love, mamacita. I'll buy you 2 shots of tequila. Oh, mama, I see ya. So we can wrap it up like a fajita. Yeah. Mamacita, mamacita.
Tell me how you need it and I'll serve it how you want it. Being honest, you the hottest girl I've seen, and I promise I ain't never gonna leave, cause I won't get nothing from it. Let's keep rolling like we're chronics, either way we'll ride up on it. You already know what time it is. Jump inside and drive the whip, climb on board and fly the ship. Hear the song and vibe to it. We can dance a night to it, and that all day and night to it. I'm crushing you all along, I'm feeling you, and I should dive in it. Great figures, but she makes great figures. Mrs. Independent, plus she ain't baked with it. I would never do you dirty, cause your body's so clean. Come play for the team, the boy champion. Say mama, say
Mamacita, I think I'm in love like Serena. Come in love, mamacita. I'll buy you 2 shots of tequila. Oh, mama, I see ya. So we can wrap it up like a fajita. Hey, mamacita, mamacita. Mamacita, mamacita. Hey, mamacita, mamacita. Hey, mama, I see ya. So we can wrap it up like a fajita. Yeah, mamacita, mamacita.
get 'em, miss. Get 'em, miss. Get 'em, miss. You gotta hit 'em with the Get 'em, miss. Get 'em, miss. Get 'em, miss. You gotta hit 'em with the
When you were here before, couldn't look you in the eye. You're just like an angel. Your skin makes me cry. You float like a feather in a beautiful world. I wish I was special. You're so very special. But I'm a creep. I'm a widow. What the hell am I doing here? I don't belong here. I don't care if it hurts. I wanna have control. I want a perfect body. I want a perfect soul. I want you to notice when I'm not around. You're so very special. I wish I was special. But I'm a creep. I'm a widow. What the hell am I doing here? I don't belong here. Whatever makes you happy, whatever you want. You're so very special. I wish I was special, but I'm a creep.
I'm a widow. What the hell am I doing here? I don't belong here. I don't belong here.
You're listening to Solihull Radio.
So I have a little nephew that I have mentioned before called William, and William is, how old is William
He's
now?
2.5.
2.5 years. William is 2.5. And my mom helps out quite a bit with William and takes him to quite a few playgroups locally, don't you? So one of them is absolutely fantastic. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, the one that I go to on a Wednesday, and I think the lady part of the bridge in Shirley, based in Shirley Park, has been in or certainly spoken to Natalie.
Yes.
The bridge is an absolutely amazing place. It's called the bridge because it wants to bridge people together. Doesn't matter what religion you are, what nationality you are, anything. And I have never seen anybody go to the bridge. I mean, I go to the mother and toddler, or the grandmother and toddler. I go there, but there's another part where anybody's welcome, and they give a community lunch on a Wednesday, 12 o'clock, free lunch that is in conjunction with, and I'm not sure if I'm going to get the facts right, it may be Tesco and Sainsbury's, but food that is getting close to its sell-by date and is not being bought, they are using that. So it's a way of actually not wasting food. And people from anywhere are welcome to go, and lonely people, vulnerable people, anybody in the community can go, have their free lunch, and are welcome to stay there till 4 o'clock. If they want to have a chat, read a book, it's just a nice place to go. But also, I have started on a Monday going to, I live Earlswood Way, so that side of Solihull. On a Monday, taking Wills, I walk, and it's the Methodist Church in Wood Lane in Earlswood. It's run by Vicky the Vicar. And she's a lovely lady. Vicky.
Is that her real name?
Well,
Come on, Vicky.
Well, hopefully she's not going to tell lies because she's a vicar. But yeah,
Although, wasn't the vicar of Dibley Victoria?
I think
no, it's not. Was
I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know. No, Geraldine.
Geraldine. That's right, Geraldine. No, and so the playgroup started. I think I've probably been going there 5 weeks. And when we started there, Vicky the Vicar, and then there's a couple of ladies that help. And there were 2 mums. Well, there was me, grandmother, and 1 mum. Last week, as the word gets around, we are now up to 9 mums and so 9 children. It's a session that starts at 10.
Sounds like a rhyme, that does. 9 mums, Vicky the Vicar.
No, it starts at 10 till 11:30. The children just play. They can have a biscuit and a drink. It's £1.50. And
what day is this on?
On a Monday.
On a Monday.
On a Monday. So it's a lovely little session, and we could like more mums. And it's right in the middle of nowhere. So when I go,
dads,
or
as
dads,
well.
or dads and granddads, you know. And there's a little very safe area at the back. There's normally a summer fete there in July, and we went walking with the children last week and looking at the dandelions and generally the daffodils, and so it's just a nice little group.
Yeah.
Just a nice little group.
Yeah. So you do that on a Monday, that on a Wednesday, and is there anything else I think you wanted to mention? Apart from Vicky the Vicar?
From Vicky the Vicar? No.
So if you've got a great children's group, or if there's any groups, there's so many things going on around Solihull. We do get contacted quite a lot on Solihull Radio about sharing different stories and different groups that people are setting up. So if you're setting up a group or an event, or you want to get the word out there about it, please do get in touch. The best way to do that is email studio@solihullradio.com, and we always looking for guests and people to come onto the show and have a chat as well to us. And we have had another request in, so hello this morning. Doesn't leave a name, but they have asked for Pink and Try, so this one's for you.
How it all turned to lies.
Online, on demand, and here. Play Solihull Radio. UFit St John's, a welcoming health, well-being and fitness centre within the heart of Solihull. The professional staff are available to advise on cardio or resistance programmes, or you may want to completely relax with a swim, sauna and spa pool. We're giving you the opportunity to experience the health club at no cost to find out if it's a UFit for you. Simply visit and claim your free no-cost 3-day pass. So take some time for yourself at UFit St John's. Terms and conditions apply. Go to ufitclubs.co.uk for full details. Keeping you fit at UFit St John's.
So there's so much going on in Solihull this weekend, and you mentioned there's an event coming up at the bridge.
At the bridge. So if on the Stratford Road where Shirley's just been knocked, where Aldi's has just been knocked down, it's that entrance there, and it's the building on the right. And on Wednesday, the 17th of April, at 12 o'clock till 4 o'clock, I believe, is a free community lunch for anybody. Everybody's welcome, and all children are welcome, and there are activities, drawings, Easter-related activities, so daffodils and Easter eggs and bunny, looking for the bunny and all that type of thing. And
Easter egg hunt. I don't think it's called looking for the bunny.
It's actually looking for the egg, isn't it?
I don't know.
No. So that's on, and everybody's welcome.
So that's a Wednesday the 17th.
Wednesday the 17th at 12 o'clock.
At 12 o'clock.
Just talking or just thinking about Steve who'd been in.
Mm-hmm. So Steve, that was from Barnett and Marshall, our life coaches that came in.
And they were ex-military.
They are ex-military, yeah.
I'm not sure if a lot of people know, and Natalie's two brothers certainly did it for many years. In Shirley, behind, if you go up the Haslocks Green Road, there is a road. If you're going towards the Stratford Road, there's a road on the left called Cadet Drive, and that's where children from the age of 13, boys and girls, can go to Army Cadets. And it is absolutely lovely. They wear the outfit, they do lots of activities. I mean, Adam and Elliot, Natalie's two brothers, ended up before they were too old, getting too old and they had to leave. They used to go to Catterick up in Yorkshire, North Yorkshire, and there's a whole town built, and it's training for the SAS. And so they would dig themselves in and hide and do all that, and then the SAS would try and find them. And it's a discipline. It's just something that some children, or some lads especially, instead of them hanging around on them bicycles, going up and down, doing wheelies, something like that can be the making of some
really enjoyable. But that's what we were just talking about off air as well in regards to Steve. And he does come as a pair, Barnett and Marshall, so there's two of them. But they're both ex-military, and they are now, as he said, they've gone into training, and they're now life coaches. And I was saying to Steve off air that I feel that I don't think he should call himself a life coach, because my connotation of life coach is kind of, and it shouldn't be, I suppose, is very American, very sitting on a mat, meditating,
flashy and all, and he's nothing of that, is
no,
he?
not at all. And their idea to help people get to where they want to be in life is take practical steps towards it, and how you do that. And I think especially with those two, if they are going into schools like they want to do, and they're going into businesses, I think they're the type of people that will be listened to, especially by children, as you said, particularly young lads. I think young lads
would
teenagers
want to aspire to being like them.
Yeah, they'd aspire for it. They'd respect the fact that they'd been in the military, and going back to that practicality. So that was Stephen, Barnett and Marshall. Remember, you can listen live, as we hope you are doing now, or you can listen back on demand as well on Podbean at Solihull Radio. Do give us a follow and have a listen back. You can have a listen back to today's show, and you can listen, of course, to my conversation with Steve a little bit earlier today. The time is 8:59, so that does mean it is the end of the show. Thank you, Mother, for coming in.
You're welcome.
And being my guest today.
It's certainly flown by. I thought I'd only be here 10, 15 minutes.
There we are. It's gone, super quick this morning. We do hope you've enjoyed the breakfast show. We will be back next Friday, 7 a.m. till 9 a.m. Please do get in touch. We are always looking for guests, so give us a shout out. You can follow me as well on Instagram, Nat_Constable, and the same on Twitter as well. But you can message us here at Solihull Radio, studio@solihullradio.com. Do get in touch. Have a great weekend, everyone, and we will see you next Friday, 7 a.m.
Bye.
Help me. It's like the walls are caving in. Sometimes I feel like giving up, but I just can't. It isn't in my blood. Laying on the bathroom floor, feeling nothing. I'm overwhelmed and insecure. Give me something I could take to ease my mind slowly. Just have a drink and you'll feel better. Just take her home and you'll feel better. Keep telling me that it gets better. Does it ever? Help me. It's like the walls are caving in. Sometimes I feel like giving up. No medicine is strong enough. Someone help me. I'm crawling in my skin. Sometimes I feel like giving up, but I just can't. It isn't in my blood. It isn't in my blood. I'm looking through my phone again, feeling anxious, afraid to be alone again. I hate this. I'm trying to find a way to chill. Can't breathe, oh. Is there somebody who could help me? It's like the walls are caving in. Sometimes I feel like giving up. No medicine is strong enough. Someone help me. I'm crawling in my skin. Sometimes I feel like giving up, but I just can't. It isn't in my blood. It isn't in my blood. I need somebody now. I need somebody now. Someone to help me out. I need somebody now. Help me. It's like the walls are caving in. Sometimes I feel like giving up, but I just can't.